Rated M for mature.
Okay. Where did it... Okay. We're in business. This is my solo man fit, not to be confused with solo mon, because I ain't the best. What do I feel like doing? Ooh. Orange roulette update. Wee orange update. Yeah, just a wee little squeeze of citrus. Beat this game to see hot lady? No, that's gotta come later. Don't be afraid. Eyes. Eyes. If I was like a Looney Tunes character, this would be like the point where like I like pop my eyeballs out and I like rub them off, like, and then I put them back in and blink twice. I don't know. I don't really have a good idea, but I would like it to be something familiar, so we can go eyes. I have those. We already have so much in common. We should totally. Never mind. I don't know you. Who's cubic? I'm so fucking delta-rotted that I thought my cursor was a shadow crystal. Apparently the owner of this place, Mr. Miles, was a very rich man, and this means a fat paycheck for me. All I need to do is get the riches. The man disappeared some time ago. Just this one job, and I'll be set. Alright, I remember this game. I remember playing it on my phone. I remember watching Corey Kenshin play it. However, it's definitely evolved a lot from since, you know, way back when, because... Ooh. Oh. I thought that was supposed to be like... I thought that was like a Resident Evil type item inspection, but no. It just kind of like, it just kind of popped into my eye, waved at me, and then went into my pocket. It's very polite. I can't crouch. That's a tad irksome, but it's fine. Review story in the journal. This whole place is off. Okay, what do we got? This place seems strange. I can't shake the feeling that someone's here, but I'm sure it's not empty. I checked. Well, yeah, you being in it kind of like nullifies that. Many occult titles. A lot of the books don't have titles on their hilts. That's what that part of the book is called, right? The side of the book, where, like, the title normally is, that, like, holds all the pages together. That's the hilt of the book, right? Kind of like how, like, the, like, outward protruding part of a hat that, like, blocks the sun is called the bill of the hat. The dot on a lowercase I and J is also called a tittle, by the way. And that little paper, like, strand on a Hershey's Kiss is called a niggly wiggly. A bit bold of me to say such a thing out loud, I know. Locate the monster by using eye runes and hide from it. Walking under a ladder. Yeah, that's gotta be where the game starts, right? It's gonna be like that clip from Regular Show where Benson, like, walks past a black cat and then he goes under a ladder and then he trips into a mirror and breaks his face on it. The mirror breaks alongside his face. Check hand-drawn map. Hand-drawn map? So, am I sketching this out as I go? Am I something of a cartographer? That's very nice. That's also very nice. Is this a family heirloom? This is an old place. I imagine this buddy's been here for quite a long time. You ever, like, just make a -2? And then you kind of consciously realize it the moment after it happens, so then you kind of just have to slap yourself back into reality. Chocolate chip cookies, what remains of them at least. That green box. Dude, you know that, like, Alpharad video where he's like, oh boy, donuts, and then he opens it and it's empty, and then the video ends. Listen, if there was like a period of time where my ass was fiending over Thin Mint cookies, specifically like Kebler Fudge Grasshopper Thin Mints, because that's what they're called for some reason, the Grasshopper cookies. I must have been like running like between my room and the kitchen like every few minutes, fucking gobbling down like one or two of those cookies, because when there's multiple cookies and they're run. Oh! Why did that? That was a very like heavy reaction. I kind of forgot that there's like something that I'm supposed to be afraid of, and this isn't just a walking simulator where I just get money. Okay, here's a question I have. If there's a ladder, let's say you don't. Did they give footstep sounds to a character that doesn't have feet? Hello? Do I dare peek? I don't see nothing. The game would tell me if I was in immediate danger anyway. I can't leave yet. That's the front door? Okay. Conveniently placed modern exit sign in this old-ass antique mansion. Does this TV do nothing? No, it doesn't even got a plug. And the case is made out of, like... The case looks to have been carved from a log. That's kind of badass. What's this do? That's a collectible? What does that mean for me? See, something else that I need to consider is that if she... Oh, shit. You weren't even looking at me. You just... Okay. I don't have anywhere to hide. I guess I just run around until I lose her. If it says run, that means that she sees me. Oh well, I might be fucked. Either that or she's a dunderhead and she just forgot about me. You can hear the... That's gotta mean she's nearby. That's like her Dead by Daylight terror radius. Man, Dead by Daylight. What? I have a lot of thoughts about that game. Most of them are not... It's not a game that I hold a very high opinion of, like, mechanically. It's gotta be, like, the least fun that I've ever had playing a video game. Like, the actual game part of the game. Not good. Not good. I would not recommend it. But the art style of the game, the soundtrack of the game, the general concept of the game, they're fantastic. Great. Just, like, the execution is so poor. I need a key. Yeah, and I also need to run. So, could you help me out with one thing at a time? Hey, what's up? She doesn't look, like, super... I mean, like, yeah, it's freaky. Like, a head with, like, razor teeth, like, flying at me, but, like... It's just some supernatural shit, but, like, I would love to know what's stopping me from just, like, picking up that shovel, like, a few rooms ago and just, like, swatting her out of the air like a fly. Hello? Hello? Oh! What is your deal? Are you just gonna keep me down here? Because I'm pretty... Why is that barrel shaking? I don't know. So, okay, she doesn't really have object permanence. I can just kind of walk out of view and she'll just forget that I exist after a few seconds. She's kind of like... My working theory is that she's kind of like Clyde from Pac-Man, where she just kind of goes wherever the fuck she wants to, and occasionally that happens to be where I'm going, and so we kind of double-cross each other. Okay. What the hell is this? Is this a giant hairpin? Who? Who? What? Who? What? Is that actually what this is? This doesn't look like anything else. I mean, I guess it could be like a rope. What in the world, dude? That's in like the perfect shape of a hairpin. I can't even like what? I can't think of any character in particular that like Titans from like Attack on Titan. They don't even have hair 9 times out of 10. Plus they're like hardly sentient beings. Right? I don't know, I haven't watched the anime, but that's like, from the general consensus that I get is that they're just murder machines. And they don't have any desires beyond murder. Oh, I get it, I just did a loop-de-loop, and now she's down there and I'm up here, and she's the sheriff and I'm up here, and I just remembered that I'm up here. And all I want to know is where's the money? Okay, well I would comment on this, but she's kind of like probably coming in this general direction. And I want to be groovy, I don't want to be glooby. Lots of papers here. That actually just looks like clothes. Was that flavor text from another thing? No, there's no papers in there. No such thing. What? Papers. Ah, what a kidder. Okay, seeing this again, yeah, it looks like rope. This is probably like some sort of sacrificial room because it looks like a dungeon. So they probably would have put like a hook on the ceiling where they just... I was gonna go on about that, but I kinda like... Oh yeah, the saw that I got earlier, I completely forgot about that. Oh hey! It looks like a child's sketch. You don't have anything else to say about that? Yeah, you don't have to tell me that the sky is blue either. Oh shit, the lights are flickering like the fucking... Oh god, it's like the Half-Life 2 beta pendulum script. See, part of the charm of this game is that, like, some things in this house look very, very old. And some things in this house look like they only got here like a month ago. Like this box. You cannot tell me that this box is as old as this fucking shelf, right? Like what is this floating head be ordering off Amazon? Like, did she order all of these burlap sacks and then I've had enough, I'd better leave this place? Yeah, you know, that's good thinking. I only need to be so rich. Because, you know, if I get, like, that biblical level of greed get to me, I'm just gonna die with nothing to show for it, and then I'm gonna drop all those money sacks on the ground, and then someone else is gonna come in here, and they won't have to do anything except pick them up and leave. Oh no. It was her. I'm sure of it. It even looked similar. This place was supposed to be abandoned, and now I'm seeing her? Why? I can't shake the feeling that she keeps calling me. On cue, that she's still in the shadows. What should I do? I don't know, let's find out. Oh. Oh! Cool. 8-minute time, that's not bad. Location, mansion. I can go to different places. There's also an expert mode. Interesting. Krasu, she has a name. Krasu haunts the mansion. Is that her stomach? Yeah. I never really got a good look of this character. Because, you know, in gameplay you only really see glimpses of her. And, like, when she gets you, it's a close-up, so you only really see her head. Interesting. A desire... Hold on, wait. Let me read your name. A desire for revenge made Krasu into a bloodthirsty demon. You will suffer as she did. Fascinating tale. Charles the hospital warden. We got... Yo, this is very interesting. I did not expect multiple characters, and... I did expect multiple locations, but I thought it was only going to be the floating head. Whose name I already forgot. This building seems abandoned. Papers I found in the mansion didn't tell me much, but apparently this place was some sort of mental institution. Mr. Miles was hospitalized here. Hopefully I'll learn more inside. And grab some loot for good measure. Henry Stickmin ass mindset. Ooh. Alright, so my question is, the goal is always the same, it's just get money and leave, but... So there's different monsters, do they all do the same thing? I would hope not, right? If there's gonna be some variety in my diet, I would hope that it's not just, you know, rehashes of the same dish. That's a different sound. A low, deep bellow. Ooh, hey, that's good, man. He's transparent. He's a ghost. I thought that was something in a window. That's a good painting. That's a good painting. Okay, there he is. He's actually, like, really slow. Okay, well, is it like Baldi's Basics type rules where he just gets faster with the more gold that I get or whatever the hell is in these sacks? Riches, whatever. There be treasure. Jewels. Dead rat. An old mangy. Tomato. An old something rat. Hello. I drank something. There's a status effect in the top left. That icon doesn't aspire confidence. That said, like, what did that ail me? There's another one. Ooh, speed. Drink potions in the right order to obtain quickness. Okay. The blindness one probably makes Charlie, or whatever his name was, invisible. Charlie, Charles, one of those two. Out of all the names that I've heard in my day, the Charlie is, like, definitely the most common. It's Charlie and Ryan. Those are, like, the top two most common names that I've heard. I know, like, 5 dudes named Charlie. I know, like, 3 or 4 dudes named Ryan. However, every time I meet a woman, her name is always completely unique. Like, I know, like, most times, like, guy names, there's not a lot of variety. There's, like, John, Bill, Charlie, Ryan. At least that's how it is in my experience. I know, like, maybe, like, I know a few Isaacs, like 1 or 2 Corys. But, like, girls, they got... Every single girl that I've met has, like, a different name. And I don't know what that says about us. Does that mean we need to try harder? What can I think of? I've known an Alexis. I've known an Emily. I've known a Susan. I've known a Charlotte. I've known a Megan. Maybe like, okay, like, if I took, like, Stephanie, that's another one. But what I was gonna say is that if I knew the first name of all of my teachers, maybe I would find some shares. But, you know, I can only really hope at the end of the day. I'm not finding anything. Is there, like, a floor that I just keep walking past? I don't recognize this operating table. As soon as that like gulp of dew like traveled down my esophagus, like I felt my stomach talk to me. And it didn't say anything nice. Drink potions from the right to obtain extra eyes. Oh, sweet. There's nothing up there. On the topic of additional eyes, I did have the idea of getting a tattoo on my forehead that's like of a camera. And I would... Wait, what? Is that gonna lure him over here? Aw, dude. That, like, primes me for another tangent about old music, but, like... As I gotta finish the last one. I had the idea of getting a tattoo on my forehead that's of a camera, and I would call it my third eye. It would be, like, in the center of my forehead, but... You know, I told my folks about this, and my brother told me that's a bad idea, because if you're inked up on the forehead, you're not gonna get a job anywhere, unless if it's, like, you know, a hard labor factory job that'll just take any body, regardless of who it is. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. However, I did have another idea for a tattoo, across the chest. I was told by a friend to not get one across the chest because that's a super painful area to get a tattoo, but, you know, I can cry through it, it's fine. It wouldn't be a small tattoo, either. It would be text that says, "We'll see what happens," because I find myself saying that a lot. That's kind of like my motto in life. That's kind of the saying that I live by. You know how a lot of people have "it is what it is"? I have "we'll see what happens." An X-ray image. Okay, what's the point of this flavor text? It hurts just walking through these halls. Well, then get a wheelchair. Ugh, what's this stench? Looks like gangrene. I guarantee if you dragged your tongue across that sink basin, you'd get, like, anywhere from, like, 3 to 11 different diseases. Ooh! I gotta say, this guy's much less threatening than the ghost girl. Or wait, no, she wasn't a ghost, she was a demon, and she was also a floating head, and her name was, like, Cruzy or something like that. No, that's the name of a Deltarune ship. I've passed through these halls a good bit, and I still only have 11 out of 20. That doesn't bode well for me. I'm starting to wonder if it's, like... I'm starting to wonder if I'm just not looking hard enough, or there's just, like, a floor that I haven't been to, which would also mean that I haven't been looking hard enough. That just leads back... What did he do to me? Okay, so he unhinged his jaw and then he just like floated upwards cinematically. Did he just kind of like did he like rip my soul from my body and ascend me upwards? Well, at least he has the courtesy to take me to heaven. There was a loading screen tip that said that like explained what the potions are for, but because, like, I'm playing this on computer, it loads so fast, I feel like you definitely... Ooh. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, so, yeah, they can be bad things. It's kind of like a gamble. It's like popping pills in the Binding of Isaac. I get it, I get it. I fuck with that. The issue is that, like... The issue with, like, the loading screens in the Steam version is that the game loads so fast because, like, this was originally a mobile game, so that's... most likely what it's optimized for. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. There's a lot more to this building than I initially thought. Shit, man. I just let all that go past me. Is he, like, right up ahead? Yeah, he is. That's annoying. I'm gonna die, aren't I? The positions of the sacks are also probably randomized, but I feel like there's, like, so many of them that it doesn't really matter, right? Like, I should just be able to, like, walk in a direction, search around, and I'm, like, guaranteed to, like, stumble upon something. Red potion. I don't remember that being kind to me, but I'll try it again. Yeah, blindness. Is it, like, are the red potions, like, guaranteed to be not good for you? Because, like, it was my assumption that that every potion just has a random effect, but that apparently isn't the case. And now that I think about it, that makes sense, because it's also hinted at with, like, that wall art that says, like, this color potion plus this color potion gives you this effect. But, like, then again, that doesn't really outright say that, like, oh yeah, every potion, if a potion is this color, that means it can only do these things. Like, I take another red one there, I get, like, some sort of blindness status effect. I take a green one, that changes it to speed. So I guess the idea... Another green one? I'm drunk. Green times green. Multiple... Wait, what? That's not plus. Something about multiplying green by green lets you see the positions of... Okay, so I don't really understand. Here, let me take another one. Yeah, okay, now I have burlap sack sightseeing. I took another one and immediately went away and I'm drunk. So I guess that's just like... I guess the idea there is that like every other green potion in a row will give you a positive effect and then the next one over will give you a negative effect. So it's like checkerboarding. I've never been down here before. I knew I was missing a floor. Give me that. Drunk again. Okay, maybe I was completely wrong about everything that I said. Safe. Morgue fridge. I see. Is that kind of like the opposite of a tanning bed? You go into like the cold... Ooh! Remove unseen. Obtain invisibility. Nice, dude. Fucking sweet. Biohazard container. And then I drink another one and... Okay, so I need to be like... I need to be more frugal with the usage, because if I just like drink every potion that I see, it's not gonna pay out. Brr. Bodies and bags. Brr as in like I'm cold. Yeah, it's probably not ventilated down here. But then again, this is like the bottom floor. Shouldn't this be under the ground? If anything, it'd be hot as fuck, dude. Have I been in here? I don't know. Surgery tools seems rusted. So, against this guy, Charles, as I'm going to call him, that's probably his name, I think. I'm more confident on Charles than Charlie, but... So, I can't kill this guy because he's a ghost. That makes sense. Against the floating demon head girl, I feel like I could definitely, like, defend myself, and potentially even kill her, dare I say. Maybe she operates under slasher movie logic, where, like, you have to just, like, try really, really hard to kill her, and even when you kill her, she'll just come back for the greenlit sequel, but... Like, even still, that's a win. Like, I kill her, and I can just wander the house freely, without worry of that. Like, I feel like this protagonist is overlooking a lot of things. As horror protagonists tend to do. It's kind of like in their design to do that. Which is strange because, like, I've always found that, like, when like a horror protagonist just does something like blatantly dumb that no one in their right mind would ever do, it just like takes away from the immersion, and it's like, okay, this is just fucking dumb. Which is why most horror movies, like, most horror movies nowadays, at least, like, the ones that I can remember seeing, the modern ones, from, like, you know, those fat blockbusters that have been around a good while, like, the new Halloween movies, they fucking suck. Okay, this is as close as I've ever gotten. The only problem is that he's, like, right there, and he's probably gonna get me. Nope. So the idea now is that, like, the remaining sacks that I need to get are somewhere in this general area, I guess. I didn't pay a hell of a lot of attention. He's right behind me, so I gotta go down here. I don't have a choice. I was gonna look in those rooms, but never mind. She writes about a swing. Oh my, the rope. That's probably supposed to mean something to me, but it doesn't really. She writes about a swing. She probably hung herself. Whoever she is. And now I gotta find the exit. Alright, well, it was nice knowing you, man. You've got a very sonorous voice, might I add. I didn't really say anything of notoriety to the girl before because, like, you know, I know her. It's kind of like, the relationship we have is that, like, we're like a couple of friendly strangers, and I see her on the street every day in the morning commute, and I give her a wave and I say hi. But, you know, it gets less special the more and more we do it, but we still have to do it because, you know, life would feel like just that much more empty if we didn't do it. So, you know, I don't really need to compliment her on her looks or her voice because she knows how cool she is. You, however, I just met today, and I gotta lay the facts down. What's this? Set of showers. Do you have anything else to say about that? Uh-huh. Webcam. I don't know how to get out of here, but I feel like... Okay. I feel like I'd be able to figure it out if I took a piss and came back.
Later.
Ugh! My arms are too fucking fat. Ah! Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, finding the exit. I don't remember where this guy is, but I think it was close to me. The main thing that I remember is not being able to find wherever the stairs are. Oh! Oh! Oh, well, I got an achievement for it. Yeah, you know, that rectifies it. That makes me feel better. I feel like achievements for, like, intentionally... I feel like achievements that you get for failing is, like, bad game design. But, you know, it has its place. I don't think it's, like, 100% a bad thing, but it mostly is. Because, like, let's say you're, like, really good at video games and you just kind of ace it the first try. You're gonna have to go back and just, like, do a bunch of, like, ritualistic bullshit just to get the achievements. It's not a fantastic design choice, and I don't think that, like, you should do it. But, on the other hand, in that moment, it made me happy. So, that's gotta account for something. Hey. When you pull them out of the fridges, they just kind of hop out at you. You don't even gotta interact with it, they just voluntarily jump into my pocket. I keep drinking the red ones. You know, maybe one of these days it'll amount to something. Like, I'll drink a red, and then, like, soon after it, I'll stumble upon a green. And, matter of fact, that has happened before, hasn't it? And what happened was I got invisibility. Yeah. Eee. It's pretty good. And now everything else, for the most part, is upstairs. We have a word for that. It's called the grand majority. Scratch that, that's 2 words. Oh, I'm fucked. Right? Well, maybe not, actually. He's not very fast. I kinda just forgot about how sluggish that boy is. I want to end this video. That was working for like... That was working for a good amount of time. I thought I would just be able to get away with it. Red and red, what does that do? Oh yeah, okay. I'm not... No, I almost took a green immediately after that. I've learned enough lessons. I'm having doubts. I'm having doubts that, like, my commentary, like, solo, isn't very good. When there's, like, someone else with me, it's much easier to, like, make good commentary because you have someone to bounce off of. I'm just kind of talking to myself right now. But, you know, it's fine. You should do a bad job. That's what they say. Your first job is not going to be a good job. It's not. It's never going to be. So, you know, keep doing bad jobs and eventually you'll do a good job. You'll do a job that, you know, you aren't mad at. And I remember when I was like... I've been doing YouTube for the grand majority of my life, believe it or not. And there was a period of time when I was a young lad, I would just like... I would record just anything, really, because it was before I had a setup like this. So I couldn't do gameplay recordings. I would have to, like, set up my phone, like, set up my mom's phone on, like, a Simon Says toy, and it would fall over every now and then, and I would have to set it back up. And I was a kid, so my commentary was, like, super stuttery and all over the place, and I went from one thing to the next without really, like, giving anything any time. And all of those videos are gone. Because, like, even back then, before I, like, came of age, I was like, yeah, these videos suck, no one's gonna miss them. And, like, a part of me does miss them. I do wish I could go back and see the ancient texts, but maybe it's for the best that I don't. Oh, shit. Can I swerve around him? No. But yeah, I mean, for anyone having doubts of, like, you know, how much entertainment value your content has, or, fuck man, this kind of sucks. Is anyone gonna want to watch this? I still watch Corey Kenshin's, like, old-ass 2014 videos. Like, something about Corey Kenshin's 2014 through 2015 content has such a raw, magical aura to it. And what you're watching right now is supposed to be an emulation of that general aesthetic. Because I low-key miss that era of his content and that era of YouTube just in general. So, you know, I want that to, like, carry forth in some way. I don't want, like, the entire, like, essence of, like, YouTube content to shift over from one thing to another. Just because, you know, it's been over a decade, and obviously, like, I don't have complete control of that, but, you know, I have 10 cents, and I want to throw it in the ring. So that's what I'm doing. What was that one game where, like, it has a name, but, like, it's like you sit a bunch of guys down, and, they hold their knuckles out, and you sling coins at their knuckles. Most commonly quarters, and the first person whose knuckles to bleed loses. And you can do it with any amount of people. Or is it they win? No, that'd be stupid. Yeah, no, if you bleed, you lose. That's gotta be it. It has a name, I don't remember what it is. And I had an analogy regarding that game and YouTube, but, because, like, you know, something about throwing dimes of my own into the ring. But, I kind of, like, lost it along the way. I had something to say, but now I don't. There's a lot going on right now, you need to understand that. A lot of people will, like, and myself included, like, I figure anyone who watches YouTube gameplay content, or just content of someone engaging in anything just generally, you're gonna think to yourself, why is he doing it like that? Why is he not doing this? It's so obvious that he's doing it wrong, and he doesn't recognize that, or he's just doing a shit job. Like, I could do so much better. That's just, like... You need to understand that it's so much more difficult to play a game well when you're also, like, commentating over it. Because, like, you're not just playing a video game, you're also, like, trying to be entertaining while playing the game at the same time. And there's a lot more, like, usage of your brain there. Like, you're splitting up your RAM and you're allocating it to, like, 2 different places at once. And already that means that, like, it's an uneven, like, bout of performance. So, yeah. I was gonna say more, but I think that explains it. He's right the fuck outside, ain't he? Don't you fucking come in here. I've never seen you open a door in your life. If you open a door now, we're gonna have... I'm gonna have to do something. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll figure it out after you probably come in here. Okay. Everything's fine. Give me 2 reds again, I've forgotten everything. Just as I ask. Thank you. 1 there, 1 there. Yeah, this tells me that a lot of times I just walk past them without even realizing it because I don't search the rooms well enough. This room right here has fucking 4 of them, holy shit. 4 of them and a bloody eye on the wall, whatever that does for me. I don't know, I'm collecting them the same way I'm collecting the bags. It doesn't, there's not even like a 0 out of, like it doesn't tell me how many of these there are, I'm just simply collecting them. Every now and then I get to thinking that the footsteps I'm hearing aren't from me, so I have to stop to make sure. They wouldn't give footstep sounds to a ghost, that doesn't make sense. But then again, this is a mobile game that got ported to Steam. Come on. Okay. Did he go upstairs just now? I think so. I remember the exit being in the lobby, which had a set of doors just like those. Although, I've walked these halls a good while and I just seem to be going in loops. So I've lost my way. Am I walking towards him? I have no idea. Is the building shifting around me? Is that what's happening? Because I could have sworn the layout was different. Can I press M to view the map? No, I can't. I just don't have it. Was it a different button? No, it's M. I just don't have a map. They gave me a map in the mansion, which is like presumably the smallest map in the game. I think I know what it is. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the exit. Nice knowing you. It was him. I'm sure of it. This damn man. How did he return? I was sure that was behind me. But there he was, chasing me, suffocating me like he used to. No more. I need to... Can you be quiet for a second, man? Shh. I need to learn more. Is he tied to this old place? Or is he tied to me? I don't know. Took me 7 minutes, though. The embodiment of an ancient evil. Please let me read this. Able to travel through different dimensions via magic portals. Interesting. Anyway, how long have I been recording? An hour? Shit.